Oh, what a glorious thing to
As you
be
can see,
a
after a
healthy,
nice,
grown-up,
wonderful
busy,
garden
busy
time in,
bee.
I'm back up at my apiary. It's so cold, I thought I will come and have a look at the bees. I was here 2 weeks ago and see if they need any more fondant icing, and lo and behold, regardez ça, look at that. They have cleared that out on 2 of the hives. On the other 2 they've still got a little bit, but it's a little bit round the edge as it was before, so I shall decant this into a plastic container with a little hole and bring that back up tomorrow for the other 2 hives, because it's set to get colder and even possibly snow next week. So we've gone from bees flying on the snowdrops back to bees needing the fondant. Keep
The
checking
passing hours,
bees.
pinching all the pollen from the conby flowers. I'd like to be a busy, busy bee.
Hello again. I'm just going to show you, those who aren't beekeepers, what I mean by putting this into little cartons to give back to the bees tomorrow. So this is the one I took off yesterday that the bees had all but finished, apart from round the edge. So I've had it sitting on the agar all at night, and so it's nicely softened it up enough for me to just pop it into here, into these cartons.
Busy as a bee can be, flying round the garden, the sweetest ever seen, taking back the honey to the dear old queen.
When you become a beekeeper, as you can see, if you didn't practice it already, you soon will, and that is, you don't waste anything. And I'm not just talking about what I'm doing for the bees, as in scraping off every little bit off here, because you know that's what they do. They use absolutely everything. And the other thing you learned is, you know, that you think about, or I think about, is, you know, whatever you go out and buy, i.e. when the bees go out and collect their honey and the nectar and the pollen and the propolis, etc., they don't collect things they don't need and they're not going to use. So it soon teaches you in your everyday life to be exactly the same. There's so much we can learn from these bees.
Honeybee, honeybee, bzz, if you like, but won't sting me.
Well, there you have it. I've decanted all the icing that was left over in the bag into my little plastic tubs, and then cut a hole the size of the hole in the crown board, place it over the cluster, nice for the bees to take it down, and then there's just a little bit left over as an emergency. So there we go. Winging our way towards spring. It's very cold at the moment, but it's supposed to start to get milder again. But this just ensures that they've got the extra stores and the little boost of energy that they need when they do start flying in this slightly colder weather.
If you like, but won't sting me.
I'm in the car, as you can see. It's -1. I'm going to have to be really quickly. I'm just cutting a hole in the lid of the little plastic carton to put over the top of the bees. So there we go. That's the hole cut. There's the fondant icing. Go over like that, and then that hole there will go over the hole on the board, and the bees will take the icing
What a
from there.
glorious thing to be a healthy, grown-up, busy, busy bee, making hay while time is ripe.
Oh, and look what I've just treated myself to. A new blowtorch with a self-clicking starter. I really suffer with lighting my smoke. So it seems it's like a, you know, was it a whale to catch a sprat, but hopefully it'll do the job.
Time is ripe, building up the honeycomb just like tripe. I'd like to be a busy, busy bee, being just as busy as a bee can be, flying all around the wild hedgerows, stinging all the cows upon the parson's nose. Bzz, 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 honeybee, honeybee, bzz, if you like, but won't sting me. Bzz, 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 honeybee, honeybee.